Hello and welcome back to another part of the 1,000 subscriber celebration sensation on Pop Culture Reacts as we are working our way through some live trinkets of joy for your audio pleasure.
Things and bands that have meant a lot to us along the journey, isn't it?
Yes.
Significant moments or significant bands that have followed us. Well, I say followed us. We've followed them.
Yeah.
They're not following us. I don't think any of these bands have subscribed. If anything, their copyright claims against us suggest that they haven't. But yeah, but fair enough. It's their material. I'm not having to dig about copyright claims.
Yes. So today we are going to church for a ritual with the Pope himself, Papa Emeritus, as we are doing Ghost. And the first song that we did with
Yeah,
Ghost.
my first Ghost song ever, and my first. I don't really like this moment, but it's the one that was followed up by an admission on a later episode of going, I quite like that one because I couldn't get it out of my head afterwards. It stuck with
Yes.
me for quite a bit after recording, and that's something that's worth saying on here. I mean, we do these shows and uh, behind the curtains things like more often than not we'll do sort of 4, 5, 6, 7 reactions in a row, won't we? We'll record them and. Um, sometimes that can impact the enjoyment. Like I don't know if you've really loved the song we done before, it might actually like negatively impact the next one. But more so, one shot deals, and songs don't always grab you first time out, do they?
No.
Sometimes it is the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh listen and things like that. Or in the case of this song, it was next day me making a cup of tea and I kept humming a tune. I was thinking, what a bloody hell am I humming? And then I realised it was this. And then every point from that, whenever I was on my own or not around anyone, and your brain kind of wanders, it just kept wandering back to this. So yeah,
I
it,
do
it's
remember that next morning and getting that text message going, "What have you
yeah.
done to me?"
Yeah. I think I might have called you a bastard or something like that. I don't know, but so
So
yeah, I'm quite looking forward to hearing it live. Now we say
yes,
hearing it live because this is audio only, isn't it?
yes,
They're quite hard to get hold of any official videos of any live performances, but as much as seeing people perform it live, it is grand. More so, I'm quite interested to hear them live because obviously you've seen them,
yes,
but I've only ever heard their recorded stuff so far. So yes, quite excitable about this one.
yes. So this was from their live album that they released. Must be about 6 or 7 years ago now. Time flies.
Ceremony and devotion.
Yes.
And that made it sound like I'd done some research. You'll see it in a second. It's at the top of the video, so it's cheating.
But yeah, this was during the reign of Papa Emeritus III, before we had the Cardinal Copia, and then Papa Emeritus IV, as he is now. So yeah, so it is a while back. San Francisco, I believe, is where this was recorded, if I remember the album. So I haven't listened to it for a while. Um,
I love the stage, by the way, and like it's a still, but I love it. Looks fantastic. Looks like a bit of cracking good time.
yes. So shall we get our square hammer on?
Let's do it. Actually, I said let's do it. That's what I say when I press play. I didn't even move the video over at that point. Right, this time, let's do it.
So on this tour and on this live CD, this is the opener as a sort of have that to start your evening. You know you're in for a good time.
I guess it makes that good evenings a bit more understandable because it sounded like when bands say goodnight.
Yeah,
Because it did sound like they kind of finished the song and went, "Good night, thank you very much," and I was like, "Good evening." Mm.
yeah. This is on this tour because this was just after the EP Pope Star had come out, which Square Hammer was on because it came
Yeah,
out after the album cycle in that way that Ghost like to do EPs at the end of an album cycle.
yep.
This was their this had just come out and they were like this was their big hit, especially in the States. It got a load of radio play, so he was like, right, we're opening the set with it. Just straight out with the big guns, get the hit in, get the crowd going, and like, yes, thank you very much.
I mean,
So
I'm back to not liking it. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love it. I I have grown to love it even more and more and more. And you know, like, we've done a few ghost songs on here, and very hit and miss for me.
yeah,
Really are. But when they hit, I really like it, and this one ultimately is a real hit for me. And um, you know, it is a shame not to see the stage show. You know, like you had that bit which is almost like an explosion
yeah,
that you're just hearing in the sound, and it'd be nice to see what happened on stage to reflect the noise. But um, yeah, I think I like it more live. I think I like this more than I even like the single. Uh, uh, Often we say this about like the live performances.
mm,
It allows for them to take what they've created and put some extra bits in.
yeah,
Sometimes musically that sounds of stuff, but I felt here it was just different lilts and different energy in different places.
mm,
Which yeah, you know, like that playing with the crowd really that does do for you. But yeah, but I loved it. And you know, like I was smiling all the way through it. Partially because really enjoying it, but also partially because of the memories we have of doing it. And you know, like all the way through it, I'm just going, "Oh, I want to be a dick. I want to be a dick. I want to say it's rubbish," but you know, I couldn't because I think it's great. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
yeah. It is. I feel like as I said, this was the big one that got them more sort of mainstream and the sort of into the ether. To be that kid, I was there on the first album because I remember reading an EP about this satanic doom metal band. I'm like, go on then. But a lot of people dropped off from when they were originally because, as I said, they were a real sort of doomy stoner band first.
If I knew you had any money in your bank, I'd just bloody sell you anything that said satanic on it.
But I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Swords, if for those who follow the comic book show, satanic for those who cover the music show. Yeah. That's how you make money out of Chris.
Yes, but yeah, it's is still one of the songs whenever obviously only seen them once, but when I will see them again because it's I'm definitely going next time they're in the UK again. This is one of the ones that I definitely want in the set every time.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it. I hope it's a perennial for them. I hope it's one that they do put in to future sets. And I say that like selfishly because I really like it. Maybe other people go, no, I don't want that one. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's got a. I mean, when we listen to other their tracks, you know, they have a sound. They really
Yeah,
do, don't they? But I don't know. This feels like that sound put together, and I don't want to say perfect, but close to kind of the perfect version of them for me from the ones I've heard so far.
yeah,
Probably get destroyed for that, but yeah, I think more what I'm trying to get across is I do really like this song, and this has made me like it even more.
yes. So as always, comments down there. Let us know if you can find any decent Ghost live tracks that aren't off someone's phone.
Yeah, we try to
Give us a
avoid
link.
fan cams at all costs, don't we? Because they're
Yeah,
best will in the world, and bless them for doing it. And I'm like, you know, it's not for us the best watch sometimes as you're sitting there trying to figure out what's happening in a grainy video with bad sound.
yes. So yeah, Ghosts seem to be quite limited on official or at least stuff from.
They need to get their arse in gear for like I was gonna say your DVDs. I mean, I don't know if like there's a real big market for live DVDs anymore, but get them like on demand somewhere. Get
Yeah,
themselves on Netflix or something like that.
yeah. So there was talk before the last album came out. There was meant to be, or there was some shows that were filmed in full, but they nothing saw the light of day because I think that was just around the point of the end times
Okay.
because it was pre Papa Forum when he was still Cardinal Copia. So yeah, I think it was the end times may have snuppered.
Well, Chris, you can watch their live performances streaming on and my new service called satanflix.com, and to you just £100 a month. I'll send you the bank details off air.
I'm disappointed it's not 666. To
Look,
fit the marketing purpose.
that's that's the next one. That's the one where I go like, this is your premium version of your subscription.
So as always, YouTube things, like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Thank you
And
very much for coming along for the ride. The ride will
yes,
continue. Um, Depending on when this actually comes out, we have a lot recorded in and around that's going on the channel. So there's lots more to come and lots more planned as well.
yes. So again, thank you very much, and until next time, be with Satan.
On Satanflix.